Good morning. It's Friday. It's the 29th of July. Our reading is from Hebrews 10 to 25. Not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another. You can unpack a whole lot of stuff out of this verse. First of all, this is a verse telling believers they are to meet together. And too often we get people who look at the church as some kind of buffet. Well, this one doesn't have the things I'm looking for, so I'm going to leave and go somewhere else. Or I can meet my needs, just me and God, and up in the mountains, or while I'm fishing, or the seats are too hard, or all sorts of reasons. Now, parenthetically, I should note, because of something that came up in the practice recently, you don't prove you're a Christian by being in the church building around other believers every time the doors are open. And depending on where you've come from, you've been guilted into that. And there are people sitting in the pews every time the door is open that don't even know the Lord. So the issue is, what is the point here? To be with other believers, and what is the purpose? To encourage one another. And boy, these days, and that's one of the reasons that I think sound churches struggled over the last couple of years, recognizing that while we've improved our streaming, and that's great, that is fine for people who literally can't come for health reasons, age, whatever. Friends of the church that are traveling or are away somewhere or relocated but would still like to participate. That's great, but it does not replace the physical connection of people getting together and encouraging one another. And that's not just by words, it's by being together. And even if one is somewhat of an antisocial, still need to be around other believers. And so the author of Hebrews, who I happen to think parenthetically is Paul, is encouraging us that that's part of being a believer, is to be with other believers. And that's one of those tools, being in the Word, being in prayer, and being with one another, that strengthens our armor of God, that strengthens us to stand against the craziness of the world. And so just consider, today's Friday. Most of us meet on Sunday, some Saturday night because of their job or whatever. But consider seriously, if you haven't been involved with the body and are able to be, then consider being there this week and seeing other believers, and not just going to what can I get out of it, but going to what can I bring to it. And I think that'll make a difference. So, Lord bless, and I'll see you again tomorrow.